Hey everybody, Ross here from Moffenzeef. I'm in my new studio that I recently moved into, so I apologize for the mess, but I figured what better place to show off the brand new Boy Harsher X Moffenzeef, the Runner version 2. This video is going to be pretty laid back and kind of informal, so I apologize for the long rambling video. If you want to see a more condensed version of how the Runner works and how Knuckle Buster mode, which I'll get into in a little bit, I've got separate videos up on my channel, but this is going to kind of be just like a huge overview of all of the things regarding version 2. So yeah, let's jump right in. Originally, the Runner only had the capability of playing a single note at a time, droning over and over again, like so. But now you'll notice at the bottom of the pitch knob over here is the word MIDI. So what that means is when you turn the knob all the way to the left, it allows you to control the pitch externally with a different device. You can plug any 5-pin MIDI device directly into the Runner and it will track the pitch of it. You can use MIDI keyboards, you can use sequencers, or you could even use your computer. You can now change the pitch of the Runner. So this is great if you want to use it in a context of playing music and you want the droning notes to change. Some of you might be wondering, looking at this interface, how do you change the MIDI channel? This is one of the upgrades that we did for version 2. So inside the box, you'll see these two little buttons down here. The one on the top says firmware switch, which I'll talk about in a second, and the one on the bottom says MIDI learn. And all you have to do to assign the MIDI channel, this normally ships assigned to channel 1, but if you ever do need to change the MIDI channel, you just hold this button down until you see this flashing light. And all you have to do is send a single note from whatever MIDI device you're doing, and the Runner will automatically lock to that channel. And you can tell because the light here flashes very quickly when that happens. After the MIDI channel is assigned to the Runner stores the MIDI channel in its internal memory, and the next time you turn it on, it will memorize the previous MIDI channel that it had. This little button here that says firmware switch, if you want to switch from the Runner to Knuckle Buster, you simply press the button once and it'll automatically switch. And the other thing that's great about this is, just like the MIDI channel, the mode that you've selected, whether it's Knuckle Buster or Runner, will be saved on startup, so you don't have to keep taking the lid off the box over and over again to access these two features. I created a Max for Live plugin to make CC control of the Runner much easier. So instead of just turning the knobs up and down on your Runner, which you can already do, this plugin allows you to take remote control with your computer. In addition to being able to have control over everything, you also have the ability to record the automation of the knob turns. So if you want to, for instance, record a performance of you turning the knobs up and down like this and play it back, you can do that. You also have the ability in Ableton to go in to a sub-menu here. If you go to show automation or show modulation, you can then step edit here and draw sequences in for the filter cutoff. In addition to automation, you also have the ability to map the entire plugin to an external MIDI controller, which is really convenient. And you have control over both the Runner and Knuckle Buster here with the switch over here. So you don't need to open up your unit now to get in there and switch back and forth between the two of them. And I've also added an amplitude and filter envelope to both modes, as well as a filter envelope for the high pass knob on Knuckle Buster. This allows you to get more straightforward, actual melodic synthesizer type sounds. So I've created a bunch of presets that are downloadable on the website that you can very easily just drag and drop and play a sequence from Ableton or play your keyboard. And while the sequence is running, or while your plugin is controlling it, you can also still turn the knobs on the Runner. And what happens is either whichever is touched last, whether it's the Runner or the plugin, the information will interrupt each other. So I can turn the knob like this with my hand, or I can grab it here. So as you can imagine, this greatly expands the capabilities of the unit. You can get a bunch of traditional synthesizer sounds out of it, and you can get some really experimental sounds too with Knuckle Buster. So yeah, that pretty much sums it up for the Runner version 2 in sexy red. It's $455 US, free shipping worldwide. I will ship to you anywhere in the world, Africa, Asia, Australia. I don't care. Yeah, thank you so much for your time, and I'll have more videos for you probably in the future, and maybe they won't be as rambly and boring.